Imagine this: a ship crossing calm waters at dusk. Suddenly the sky darkens, the sea churns, as if something alive were swallowing it. No sign of distress, no wreckage, only eternal silence. The Bermuda Triangle is not a legend, it's a devourer of souls. What if I told you that the truth behind it is darker than any hurricane? I remember it like it was yesterday. It was a rainy night in 2005, and I was on the deck of a fishing boat with my grandfather off the coast of Florida. He was an old sailor, one of those who carry the sea in their veins, and he told me stories of ghost ships he swore he'd seen on the horizon. "The triangle doesn't forgive, boy," he'd said, pointing south where the ocean disappeared into darkness. That night, the radio crackled with a faint signal, a nearby ship reporting erratic compass readings. My heart raced. It wasn't just fear. It was as if the sea was whispering secrets I wasn't ready to hear. Years later, I delved into these mysteries with an obsession. I, who had always sought logical answers in the world of numbers and science, found myself drawn to this unfathomable void. Why does a place on the map, as common as any other ocean, devour everything it touches? This personal story connected me to the triangle in a way no theory could. And that's why we're here today, to unveil what it truly hides. But let's get to the heart of this darkness. The Bermuda Triangle is not just a piece of sea, it's a living symbol of everything that humankind fears in the unknown. Bounded by Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, this 1.3 million square kilometer area forms a perfect triangle, almost as if the ocean had been drawn by a greater force to challenge us. What makes it central in our minds is not the maps, but the accounts. More than 50 ships and 20 planes that have disappeared since the 19th century, without explanation. This triangle is not a geographical accident, it's a portal to the invisible, a reminder that the world is bigger than our instruments can measure. Now take a deep breath with me, because we're going to dive into the heart of it all. The theories about the Bermuda Triangle go beyond folklore. They are based on real evidence, survivor accounts, and scientific data that defy logic. The first big idea is that of anomalous electromagnetic fields. Scientists like Dr. Charles Berlitz, in his 1974 book, documented how compasses go haywire in this region due to variations in the Earth's magnetic field, possibly linked to methane deposits on the seabed. Giant bubbles of gas could emerge, reducing the density of the water and swallowing ships as if they were pieces of styrofoam. But wait, that's just the beginning. Another layer comes from military experiments. During the Cold War, the US tested secret weapons in the Atlantic, including the infamous Philadelphia experiment in 1943, where a ship was supposedly teleported. Reports from declassified files suggest that remnants of these tests create temporal distortion zones, portals that bend space-time, causing planes and ships to reappear at the wrong time or simply disappear. And it doesn't stop there. The most obscure theory points to Atlantean crystals. Echoes of the legendary Atlantis, whose underwater ruins in Bimini, discovered in 1968, emit energies that interfere with navigation. Witnesses like the US Navy captain who survived a flight in 1970 described underwater lights and a time vortex that sucked them out of reality. These are not fantasies. These are patterns documented in nautical logs over decades. Let's dissect this point by point, as if we were dismantling the ocean itself. Starting with electromagnetic fields, literally, they mean fluctuations in Earth's magnetism caused by warm ocean currents colliding with the rocky seabed. In the subtext, this reveals our vulnerability. Humans build machines to dominate nature, but a simple gas like methane can make us disappear. It connects to the universal human experience of loss of control. Who hasn't felt the ground disappear beneath their feet in a crisis? In practical life, this matters because it reminds us to respect limits. Pilots and captains ignore warnings and pay the price. Now, military experiments, what this literally means is human technology disrupting the fabric of reality, with reports of crews going insane from radiation. In the subtext, it's the hubris of the Cold War, governments playing God and leaving cursed legacies. Universally, it echoes the fear of our creations destroying us, like nuclear bombs or uncontrolled AI. Practically, it makes us question, what if these accidents are cover-ups? Survivors like the Air Force lieutenant in 1945 reported visions of another world, a harsh lesson for those who blindly trust authority. Finally, the Atlantean crystals. Literally crystalline structures amplifying telluric energy, detected by sonar in 1968. In the subtext, it suggests that ancient civilizations surpassed us, and their collapse warns us about environmental arrogance. It connects to the universal human heritage of lost heritage. We all carry personal Atlantises, memories drowned by time. In practice, it impels us to explore with humility. Modern divers avoid the triangle for these reasons, saving lives by honoring the mystery. To make this tangible, think of the 1980 film The Final Countdown. In it, a modern aircraft carrier is suddenly transported back in time to 1941, just before the attack on Pearl Harbor, after passing through a mysterious storm. The ship's crew struggles against malfunctioning compasses and a vortex that distorts time, mirroring exactly the theories of dimensional portals. It's like an elevated everyday situation. Imagine driving in a dense fog where the GPS fails and roads disappear. Suddenly, you're lost in a loop, questioning reality. This film validates everything. The triangle is not an abstraction. It's the horror of the unpredictable knocking at the door. And now, going back to that night with my grandfather on deck. The radio crackling, the sea swallowing us with its silence. The philosophical lesson here is profound. In a world obsessed with certainties, mystery liberates us, forcing us to embrace the unknown without paralyzing fear. Think about this the next time you look at the horizon. What if the triangle doesn't swallow ships, but invites us to question what truly drowns us, our illusion of mastery? Let this resonate within you. What does the triangle awaken in your own personal story? Share in the comments, and if this dark journey touched you, subscribe for more hidden truths. Until the next immersion.